Don't regret it.
It done became real.
All right. Yo, Savannah. It's your boy StressLyfe, aka Rise Up Ray.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, no. We're live. We're not yet.
Oh,
Not
oh,
yet. Not
oh,
yet.
okay,
Not
for
yet.
sure,
Not
for
yet.
sure.
Not yet.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Mic check.
Yes, sir.
Pop your four. Pop your 40s. Check your rollies. It's the one and only.
Okay.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yo, Savannah, what's good with you? What's good with you? I miss you, you miss me. For sure. This is StressLyfe, aka Rise Up Ray.
It's Malik the Barber 912. I'll let your boy.
It's your boy TPS Kels, man. 4K underscore TTG, man. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, man. And today we present you Scratch It. You know what I'm saying? Well, we speak nothing but the truth, real truth. The truth could be a little uncomfortable, but it also could set you free though. You feel me?
That part.
So first thing I want to say is I want to show nothing but love for the people that supported and shared and loved and respected the
Peace,
first episode. You know what I'm saying, that we had presented out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Y'all keep sharing it. Y'all keep, you know what I'm saying, putting out your thoughts on it, man. Like that definitely was a dope topic. I also want to apologize for last week Monday. I got injured at the job, you know what I'm saying, trying to get, you know what I'm saying,
Tryna
trying
do
to get the
too
corn
much.
out the car, you know what I'm saying? It ain't work, you feel me? Messed around and hurt myself. So you know, I couldn't work, couldn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? I was a sitting duck. However, the dead has arisen. I resurrected, you feel me? I'm here. So, today,
So,
so today, you feel me? Today topic is the violence in the community. Um, man, as you know, not just in the city, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? It been a lot of violence going on with our people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is extremely uncalled for. Don't get me wrong. I understand that living in this world, we can't expect for this world to be perfect. Things gonna happen. But I feel like majority of the things that's been happening, we've been causing it on our own. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta have some type of self accountability for our actions due to what, you know, what happened and everything, man. And, you know, I just want to talk about that, guys. I'm a strong believer that the things that been presented um in music
mhm.
and that's been televised in the TVs and social medias and all of that, I feel like all of that encourage the violence.
Right.
And knowing since it's been encouraging the violence, ain't really been no leadership. You know what I'm saying? So since there's no leadership, there's a lack of guidance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at this point, everybody's just doing whatever what they want to do, and it's just been kamikaze since then. And I just want everybody input on that. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I say it like this, right? Violence begets violence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a cat that comes from a violent nature all the way around him,
Mm-hmm.
a violent environment, what is he going to be used to? What is he going to bring forth? Violence.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere along the lines, you got to break the violence. You got to break that norm for him and show him a different way,
Yeah,
other than what he has been going through from the beginning.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. That's real.
Exactly. Well, how do we start to do that? You know what I mean? Like, where does it begin and where does it, you know,
It starts in. I say it starts in our households.
how's
You
it?
know what I mean?
True.
As for myself, right? You know, I've been around violence. I've been around all the dope, the drugs, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
and I'm not showing that to my son. I'm not giving my son the game. So that's my part of breaking that cycle.
But you know what you just said though? You said you.
Yeah.
So personally, I think it starts with the household, but it really starts with you.
Right.
Because your household could be corrupted, but you don't have to really want that for yourself.
Right.
So I really think it starts with you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
individual.
saying? Yeah. No, that's real.
I can dig that.
That's real.
I mean, it does start with you in a sense, but
Yeah.
now sometimes when no one is holding you accountable
Mm-hmm.
and you're used to doing a certain things,
Yeah.
it's like, man, what you talking about? I ain't doing nothing wrong.
Right.
So there's a lot of hindrance. There's a lot of really, you know what I'm saying, just selfish nature when it comes to that because they don't know any better.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like right now, I feel like, because so much is going on right now in the community, especially where I'm at, it's just too much going on. To whereas I'm looking at the people in my generation, I was saying, who got the jits that's still out there, and y'all know the jits be around, you feel? I'm like, listen, it got to come to a point where, listen, you got to want to see them do better and succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you see they got a talent or anything that they love to do. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to exploit that and let them know, like, listen, there's something that's different out there. So, again, it kind of goes back to, dang, where does it begin? You know what I'm saying? And how do we begin it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it didn't start in the household or with them, how do we get out there and try to make a step forward and try to put on a bigger picture or be a big brother or a father figure in others' eyes and make sure that we're held accountable too, so that others' actions, you know what I'm saying, really, you know what I'm saying, be based upon ours, you know what I mean? Because believe it or not, they look at us.
Yeah, they do. And see, that's why I said what you were just saying just now, it basically made me reflect to what I always been saying as far as with the things that been televised. Where I come from in my era, music, you had your gangster rap,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but you also had your let me talk to you rap. You had your
Conscious rapper.
your you know what I'm saying? You like there was different levels of rap. It wasn't one way, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Same thing when it came down to the singing, same thing when it come down to the TV shows, you know what I'm saying? Like even in man, bro, the TV shows, like one of my favorite shows and still to this day, and I think it will forever be, is Martin. I love Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Martin and what it is, My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those my two favorite and I'm gonna add one more. Don't judge me, y'all. The Golden Girls.
Oh, no,
I love the Golden Girls.
They gangster though. I mess with them.
Yeah. I love the Golden Girls. You know what I'm saying?
Sophia was that gangster.
You feel me? Yeah. But I say that to say this though. When I see those shows and I watch it, it was there for your entertainment, but it was a lesson. In each episode, you learned something. And it's like, nah, these days, you're not learning ish. All they showing you is repeating whether it's self-destruct or worldwide destruct. That's all I really see. Mm-hmm. And if a person is continuously seeing that day by day without seeing anything else but that, it's like at this point if your third eye is not, strong enough, it's like you hypnotize off what you see.
Of course.
And then before you know it, you become what you see. That's why they present it so much and so strongly like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like for an example, man, you feel me? I got this song. It ain't been put out, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a little new lyric or whatever. But I said, if Black Lives Matter, then tell me why we kill each other. So why start a riot when the cop kill a brother? You know what I'm saying? Like we do. It's just so much. It's so much, bro. It's so much violence. Unnecessary violence, like the not too long ago, the 5-year-old girl and the rapper who got killed at the car wash.
Right.
That's extremely unnecessary, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the same time, even though I'm mad at them for killing that little girl and everybody upset with them, truth be told, I'm really upset with the father. Because if you know what type of lifestyle that you live and you know that you was warned to not go to that car wash, why would you bring your baby in the midst of that?
Thinking this, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that was being selfish on his part. And,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I understand you want to spend time with your daughter, but you still want to show these cats out here that you ain't scared.
Come on, man. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
If I gotta be called scared for my child,
so be
cool.
So
I'm
be
scared.
it.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm safe. My child's safe.
Right,
But I ain't never been scared.
right.
I don't do no running. I ain't never been a track star.
Come
Nah,
on, man.
for real, for real, for real.
It just come to a point where it's just when they say ignorance is bliss.
It is.
I'm to the point where I'm seeing right now that no matter how much talking or how much lessons can be learned by watching an individual out here, some people just want to be like that and just stuck in that way, and it's like they didn't became so, not say traumatized, but
Complacent.
Yeah. It's like what you think. What we always felt like what was unnormal to do is the new norm now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
It's just
bro,
like
the way they crashing out now is ridiculous,
seriously,
bro. And I ain't saying
seriously.
that. And people saying like, listen, and just know me. Listen, understand. I don't just be saying this because I didn't been out there. You understand? Listen,
Yeah,
I done did some real wicked wild shit. You feel me? So
Yeah.
understand. I know what's going on,
yeah,
but at the same time, I look at things from a different perspective. Like, man, listen, what's going on? What you really doing, cuz?
right.
Is you really out here just to catch a body?
Mm.
Is you really out here just to do that, or just, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to better yourself or get money for you, your family, whatever you got going on, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going on out here. Like, bro, listen, it gotta stop because y'all looking real stupid out here,
Nah,
bro.
extremely,
Like on some
yeah.
real, y'all looking real
Extremely.
stupid.
Right.
Y'all going out
Extremely.
real bad. Like the same. Listen, I didn't seen these young cats, man. Listen, there's so much going on. How you cannot be hanging around each other and want to slime each other out within y'all circle.
Come on.
Where they do that at?
Yeah.
I know that. I know. They ain't taught us that when we was out there.
Nah,
I never
for
seen
real.
that. This some bullshit going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at
Yeah.
the point where like, what's really going? What's the agenda?
That's the right. Yeah, it ain't no gender. It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
nah, it's
Yeah.
crazy because it's upsetting though.
It is.
It's upsetting to me because I didn't seen so many people talents go to waste.
Man,
because
what?
either they dead
Mhm.
and RP my boy Kofi. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace.
Like, listen, bro, man, listen.
yeah.
One song away from dropping his EP.
Mhm.
And we had a conversation, you know what I'm saying? He knew what was going on, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But guess what though? Things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, whenever you get around an individual,
Mhm.
I don't care what you got going on, man. Like what you got going on. You know it's something special in that individual. Man, you got a big brother that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
care what's going on. Like, it's something tell you to get up. It's something tell you, like, hey, let me hit him up. Hey, let me, listen,
Yeah.
man, we got to start doing that.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? Because
We
you know
do.
why shit like that happen.
Yeah.
You
No.
feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They get even deeper because when you know somebody was talented to make it up out of here,
Yeah.
bruh, it cut even deeper because I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That was just, oh, man, like, come on.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Like, it's
it's,
crazy, man.
it's like we got to start holding each other accountable for stuff like that too.
Facts.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Major
Now,
facts, man.
when I say that, I mean, if I'm your brother,
Mhm.
hey, call you out on your bull. You know what I
You
mean?
feel me?
If I know you out there doing some crazy, hey, bro, look, what's up? You all right?
Yeah.
What you got going
Facts.
on? Why you doing all this here? You know what you got going on outside of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Step
So
outside
why
of that.
mess it up? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta leave stuff alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
I'm glad that I've separated myself away from all the extra stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm more my grown man. I don't have to worry about my who come to get me,
Yeah.
police coming, whatever
Yeah.
it may be. You know what I mean? I done been a part of some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you don't have our talks, nigga.
Yeah.
But see, this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying though. See, with
Yeah.
us, it came to a point where we knew, like, hold on, it getting too sticky.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But see,
we had like some type of conscience to be like, hey, either you gonna fall back or you can go all the way in because you know this was gonna lead you.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? Well, first, before I even respond to what you just said, I want to go back what you was talking about as far as like, you know, being there, basically being the big brother role.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. Say it. Oh. Yeah.
People go back, they can relate to, because that was the only thing, I'm sorry.
You good.
That's the only thing I feel like is the key thing that's missing right now.
Yeah.
Is the relativity to age.
For sure.
Being,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
That's
sure.
huge.
Yeah.
Got
I'm
you.
gonna shut the fuck up for
Nah,
that.
you
No,
good.
no,
You
good.
that, no,
Nah,
you
but listen,
right, you
Nah,
right.
you right though.
But I want to say this real quick. we do need big brothers. You know what I'm saying?
We got
But
it.
even as a big brother, sometimes we got to be careful. Sometimes you could I'll put it this way. It's only so much that I could do. I can't breathe air into, I can't do CPR on a dead body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I done gave you so many warnings to look out, don't do this, don't do that, be careful with this, but you still chooses to go off of your own decisions, hey, that's your sins. You know what I'm saying? I know I did my part. So like for the big brothers who have been stepping to doing, you know, things for the community, you know what I'm saying? We aware, but don't beat yourself up
Right.
because sometimes shit just happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as what you were saying, I just feel like, you know, it kind of go back to what you said about the home. You know what I'm saying? But it's also too, I also feel like, for an example, I remember Tupac said in the interview how he was suicidal and he was saying that he just couldn't get to like to a place where he like actually put in the act to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
He was willing to wild out for someone to kill him for him.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of these cats be into that level of they willing to crash out in that way and to for other people's lives to be sacrificed with it. You know what I'm saying? And also man, a lot of these dudes, man, I done seen dudes this, you know, when I was like 13 up to I want to say 13 up to 16. All right, Kels. I done seen cats. Oh, I done seen cats that's like, you know what I'm saying, the most gangsters dudes. But man, they was the most, if you really sat down and talked to them, bro, they really was just unhappy.
Yeah.
They was sad within and they didn't know how to communicate that and deal with it. So they just, you know, what been, you know, showing violence.
Right.
That's the way they showed it. So like we be sitting there looking at these dudes want to be like them, but little do they know, man, they don't even want to be who they are right now.
Bro, listen, I had a partner, and ultimately he killed himself. You know what I mean? But before he killed himself, he shot and killed others. You know what I mean? He took his life in front of his mother's home when the police surrounded him. And me dealing with him on a day-to-day basis, knowing who he was, man, that wasn't even, you would have never thought it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most giving heart. You know what I mean? If he see you, you messed up, he coming to save you. Type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bruh, I came back down here 08. I hadn't been back. I was at my mom's house 45 minutes. This man was like, hey, I'm pulling up. You know what I mean? I literally gave one call. Hey, bro, I'm back down here. Oh, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
When he seen me, got out the car, he grabbed me, picked me up, spun me around like I'm a little girl. I'm too big for that, cuz. You feel me? But, you know what I mean? He was there.
Yeah.
And when I found out news about what happened and how it transpired throughout a couple of days, I was like, damn, what the? Come on, bro. No. You know what I mean? But his past was always a violent past. You know what I mean? He was acquitted for 3 bodies. He later on took 2 more. You know what I mean? And then
and God bless their souls, man. Everybody who been through that tragic situation, because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
For that tragic situation, I send my condolences to that family, man. To all sides, not just that once, all sides. Yeah.
So, you know, it still bothers me today to know the way he went. You know what I mean?
How old was he?
At that point in time, bro, had to be every bit of about 35, 36.
Young.
You know what I mean?
Young.
But violence begot violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, how about, let me ask y'all this, right? Now that we agree that, you know, that a lot of these typical situations really be because of the fact that of the background. Do you think that it's fair enough that we should like be involved in with like seeking for counseling, I guess you could say. And what I mean by counseling, I don't mean medications, but I mean as far as like
Somebody that can tell you something.
you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that because like for me, right? I come from a family where I come from a church family, but my family, my mom and my dad, they kept us so in the house type thing, right? And they sheltered us from the world, but I was just one of them types where I didn't want to be sheltered like that. I wanted to know how the outside, you know what I'm saying, felt. And you feel me? And my mom's side of the family, well, my dad's side of the family, I didn't know them well at all. He kept us from them. My mom's side of the family, I was aware of them, but they, for whatever reasons, they didn't rock with me, right? So we went through a lot of traumatic situations in our household, and due to the family not being there for us at such of a young age, it did something to me.
Right.
And it put me in a level where I wanted to seek for love in the wrong places, I guess you could say. And people my age at that time couldn't relate to me because I was going through some real shit that, you feel me, you had to be a certain individual. Right. And the only ones who could identify to my problems was grown people, you know what I'm saying? And these grown people was in the streets. Right. They was, they was gang bangers, they was, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And even though they did a lot of corruption, just seeing that they was willing to love me and wanted to accept me and be this family, I was with it. Whatever they was on, I was on. Bro. And man, yo, I took that route for a while thinking I got something going on for myself, but I realized this ain't where I wanted to be. Right. Because it was just like, dang, like seeing the amounts of violence that I've witnessed, a lot of people that I could sit there and I remember, God bless his soul, Coffee, I just seen that man probably like, I knew this dude since a kid. We went to the same elementary school together. I'm older than him, but we went to the same elementary school together. And we lost contact, got back in contact. I seen that man 2 weeks before he died, before he got killed. And he was like, in his adolescence, like, he was young. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, man, like seeing all them deals, I had to ask myself, like, why I want to join this. And then I realized why I want to join this. Like I said not too long ago, I was seeking for love. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then once I realized that, I was just like, dang, am I willing to die? No disrespect to the gang culture, but I had to really ask myself, am I willing to die for a color? I had to ask myself that. Am I willing to die for this flag and have my mama and my daddy disappointed due to my actions? You know what I'm saying? Am I willing to do that? And once I realized this ain't what I want to do no more, I left that shit alone. Right. You know?
At 17, right, I was on my own. I'm talking about completely on my own. No help from mama, daddy, nobody else. You know what I mean? I'm out here. And I went through a couple of situations, you know what I mean? And I ended up meeting who I call my big brother till this day. You know what I mean? Not by blood, but this is my brother. Yeah. From another mother, you know what I mean? Yeah. Back Nitty, what's up, boy? So, like, bro took me in. You know what I mean? But he wasn't just showing me the streets. He wasn't just showing me, oh, you big gang bang, you can slang dope, this, that, other. He showed me life lessons. I mean, here it is, 20-something years later, I still love off some of the things he taught me back then. You know what I mean? He was a true big brother. Yeah. To this day, I could call him right now and be like, hey, bro, listen, I got a problem with this, that. Guess what? Listen, bro, this is what you do. Yeah. He gonna give me sound advice, sound knowledge, situations that he's been through himself. Taking a flip it like this here, do it like this here. You know what I mean? He's an artist as well. He had one song. He said, "Little cat out in the streets searching for a father." You know what I mean? That's what we were. We're young cats out there in the streets searching for a street father. Because our fathers wasn't there. Our fathers, our mothers wasn't doing what they're supposed to do to help cultivate us into the adults that we should be. So guess what? We ran for the streets, giving the love from the streets.
Yeah, and that's probably another why, you know, speaking about, you know, the gang culture, that some of the young, you know what I'm saying, sometimes the household that they're in, it's not really family-like, or like you say, it's really how they've been raised and how they've been raised. And so if it's not coordinating the same way and they find family and shelter in another home outside of that, which may be their partners or their homies at the time, and then once they probably find out what's going on with them, or hey, that's how it cultivates. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. It's not that they necessarily want to do that. It's probably more likely because, dang, that's where home at. That's where I see that's my family at. That's my brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's my sisters.
Right.
So like, yeah, I can go to them for anything. You know what I'm saying? If I got hurt, guess what? They gonna ride for me. I can't go home. It's probably just, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to all the single mothers. It's probably just moms at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that it just goes back just how important fathers is. You know what I'm saying? In the household. And that's probably where it begins with the fathers in general. You know what I'm saying? Like the generation before this generation, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, it was just a lot of X out the equation when it came to fathers. I feel like when it came to this generation, for some strange reason, I don't even know why and how I even got like that. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of just independence going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do my thing. I don't really need you, but yeah, you can do your thing. But as far as
you talking about as far as what the woman perspective?
The woman perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, and respect, and I'm respecting them. Not saying, you know, they can do their thing and just hold it down. But when it comes to raising a child, a man, is it a man at that? Well, you need that, especially in an environment that you know that they can be well influenced in. You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
You need that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, hey, you know. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. I mean? And not saying it always happen like that, but come on.
When it happens, don't be surprised.
Be surprised.
So,
like I said, you be around the water long enough.
Don't get wet.
You feel me?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Come on.
So hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like I say, when we see what's going on, we know better, we gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? No matter what's going on, like, no matter if you don't even feel like doing something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It be that emotion that you know, like, man, what's going on? Let me holler at bro. Let me see what's happening.
Good?
And guess what? You could have prevented something. You won't even be knowing it.
Man.
Just be acting like that.
Let me tell you something, man. Shout out to Godamaj. Godamaj, between him and this cat Malik, these two been like my big brothers throughout my personal life, man. Like, certain decisions that I would think with emotions, I want to respond to it with an emotion because I'm hurt. So I feel like I got to hurt you because you just hurt me. Man, they would sit down and talk to me like, listen, man, I promise you, I love you, bro. I want to lead you the wrong way. So when I tell you this, just listen. and they would give me the, you know, and at the time I'm mad as hell, so I don't even want to hear it, but I'm listening. And then when I get off the phone with them and I think about it, I was like, damn, niggas, they right. You know what I'm saying? They right. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that plays off to what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, certain signs will be shown, whether it's coming from your big brother or whether it's coming from God. You know what I'm saying? If you woken up to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be signs that would be shown, but sometimes certain individuals, they just don't want to listen due to pride and ego. Well, if I do that, they gonna think that I ain't down with the gang no more. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the mindset they be having, and it's just like it bothers me so much, man. Because I remember I want to talk about this too. It bothers me when one of the reasons why I say I can't stand the encouraging for violence in the music is the fact that I be seeing little kids, bro, on these social medias, these TikToks, Facebook, whatever, and they be sitting here rapping
Word for word.
word from word.
But can't say ABCs.
You feel me? And it be like, it bothers the hell out of me. To a point, I be looking at the parents like, what is you doing? Why is you encouraged? Because now don't get me wrong, some of these kids, they do it on their own. But half of the time, it be the parents. It be the ones who have the two. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it just, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't, this ain't my show. I just want
No. Go ahead, bro.
So,
Everybody, this Jive from, you know what I'm saying, Cliqu'd. Yeah.
Sure.
hi.
Yeah.
No,
Non-violent.
like, yeah, nah. Just hearing everything y'all saying, like, you know what I'm saying. I was never like that. You know what I'm saying. I was always chasing women. But my proximity to it was, just like anybody else. Like you said, you get close enough to water.
Yeah.
And I became a parent. I'm a grandparent now. You know what I'm saying? I know I look nice.
Yeah, man, a little young.
But I'm a grandparent now, and then now, you just be so surprised at, just how your status change gives you different vision.
Mm-hmm.
But as parents, I'm a single parent, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So as parents, you got to really understand that our community is, how the Bible say, beset on all sides with obstacles. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, you can be a great parent.
Yeah,
you can have both parents in the home.
it's real
It
talk.
can happen.
It can happen.
But what also is, outside is bigger than your house.
Right.
Facts.
There's more
Big
things
old
to see.
playground out
You know what I'm saying? The propaganda machine that is mass media is bigger than your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And what they're watching, what we watched, I'm an 80s baby. What we watched was the gangbangers was more effective than my father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The you know what I'm saying? This would be like the hoes. It's old school technology. Like the hoes acknowledge that. You feel what I'm saying? So when you coming up, you're watching the world around you. You don't see where a college degree gets you. That's on purpose.
Yeah.
You don't see what a high school degree gets you.
True.
When they make their money, they come back to their neighborhoods and open up shops. They open up doctors' practices, all kinds of stuff. When we make it, we leave. You feel me? So there's no living example of the efficacy of any sort of education.
Right.
But the dope boys stay here.
And they build from within.
And they, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that the dope dealers, gangbangers, just any, I guess, the street dudes overall, do you think that it could be positive?
No. No.
I bet.
Any poison in one part of the body is a poison in the entire body. You know what I'm saying? You could get AIDS through your dick, but you have AIDS. You can't cut that off.
I did.
So whatever poison comes with any positivity is poison. You can't put sugar on poison and not be poison no more. Because all you've done is confuse the child, because now they see, oh, he's a good guy, but he just so happens to kill people. He just so happens to poison people's mothers. So you take the thing that is the most salient thing about what they're doing, and then you just backburnered it. Like, because he came in the hood and gave me a couple of dollars and told me to stay in school, that's who he really is. No. Who you really are is what you do every day. What you do, the first thing you do when you wake up through the last thing you do when you go to sleep, that's what you are. Your boy D.L. Hughley said that. You are what you do. You feel me? That's why he said, I got to stay a comedian. I can't not do that. So I'm a mechanic. I'm a mechanic more than I'm a father. That's what I do all day. I don't father all day. So if you out here in the streets raising havoc and hell, that's what you are. You havoc and hell. So you could have these dope moments, but basing who you are on the 3 or 4 times you did something decent, and walking past the months and years that you wreaked havoc on somebody and going, no, I'm really a dope person because I know 3 times I was all right. Nah. What was you doing every day in between that? You was havoc in hell.
Yeah, I know you said you bet difference. I heard that.
Yeah, because I say like this here. What about the man that's feeding his family of these drugs?
You feeding your family, but you're destroying this community.
True.
So you'll burn down your house to get rid of a rat.
What I'm saying is this, right? Okay. Some people don't have choices. You know what
You
I
do
mean?
have choices. It's harder choice.
No,
You feel me?
sometimes you don't have a choice. If you were born into poverty off the rip,
Mm-hmm.
your parents were born into poverty off the rip.
Mhm.
You got 4 generations of poverty,
Mm-hmm.
lack of education. You know what I mean? Your people don't know how to send you to school or whatever. Like this, you stay in these backwood country places, and you finally get out and you get to a city where you can get money. What you gonna do?
I mean, look, I'm not trying to say it ain't tough. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tough. It's tough. But
I'ma say
a choice that isn't as great as the other choice is still a choice. I can go to work. It's not the greatest choice. It's not the easy money choice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a choice. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna say it like in a really dramatic way. Slaves did have a choice. And I know Kanye West said that. You could choose suicide. You could choose. The Native Americans did that. And the white people knew that. They were like, yo, these people would rather jump off the side of a cliff than this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You have a choice. It may not be much of one, but you can set a tone like, no matter what comes, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a lot of fathers who teach resilience, and you see your mother as a young man and you're like, I gotta help, you create a cycle of urgency that starts looking for immediate answers.
Yeah.
So then now you're like, I gotta find something now. Your father will be like, stop, pause, think about what you're doing. Nobody's dying today.
Right.
Go get a job. We can make it for 3 weeks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if your love without guidance, your emotions, because you said that earlier, you got these emotions, your emotions without discipline.
Right.
Because everything in the world that ever does anything worth note has a discipline behind it.
Right.
Medicine is a discipline. Martial arts is a discipline. You know what I'm saying? Vehicle maintenance is a discipline. Everything that's behind it is a discipline. We discipline everything but our emotions.
Right.
So you just have them. This thing that will tell you to kill somebody.
And
You have no discipline behind it.
They run wild.
And then they run wild in a kid who has no community, but the community that says, yo, whatever feelings you feel are the ones you're supposed to feel. So if you feel like killing that nigga, kill him.
Yeah.
But there's not enough resilience. I remember I told somebody, and I'm gonna get right back to you. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I remember I said, what makes black men are powerful. Black men are the most powerful people, period. And you know that because all of our actions are political. Everything that black people do is a political statement. The thing is about black men is we've been disconnected from our community. The power is still there, but the connection is lost. So it's just like if you go to any community, I think I said this the last time. When you go to a community, what do you see? You see all the wires that connect the house. When you don't even think about it, but that's all the power.
Oh.
And when it's connected to the house, you don't even think about it, but that powers that house.
Yeah.
But let one of those wires get cut, you won't even go down that street.
Yeah. I knew he was going with that.
You know what I'm saying? So the minute
deep.
you see a whole bunch of black power not connected to the community, you won't even go down that street. So there's a lot of black power, no connection. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at live wires up and down the streets. And you wonder why don't nobody want to be here. Because you got all this power, but can't nobody tell you how to hone it. Nobody can tell you how to build your home. You know what I'm saying? It's all this. You got all this power.
It's dancing around in the streets.
And it's just, you ever seen a live wire in the street spark off? That shit look cute. You know what I'm saying?
But
it's
then-
attractive. And some people will try to go hold it and get themselves killed. So you might be killing the people you love because you refuse connection. You feel me?
Right.
So because you think that being live like that and that spark and all the spectacle and everybody oohing and on, that's not connection, man. You a spectacle now. And then somebody's gonna come and do something about you. They're not going to reconnect you. They're gonna clip you. You see what I'm saying? They wait.
Yeah.
You see how they do in the hood? Like every now and again, they let y'all do what y'all gonna do.
Nah, facts.
Post up.
Facts.
They'll drive by you. Yeah, we get live. Yeah, they see me out here. They know who I am. They do.
They do.
And they do.
They absolutely
And
do.
then when that election year come around, when they try to prove a point to the community, they gonna come right to where they know you are,
Yeah.
and they gonna prove a point.
they gonna clip you.
And they gonna prove a point
Man,
with you.
I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna let you, because I know you want to say something real quick. But to what you just said, it's so ironic because we talked about this on our way coming here. I was saying how with SCAD, how SCAD is taking over, you know what I'm saying, on certain areas. And the areas that they taking over is like where the hood shit be at.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it'd be crazy because it's just like, it made me feel like it's like, it's designed, it's like a setup thing, because it's like now we're going to try to push all the hood shit out, you feel me, by bringing in, you feel me, this type of energy in. But then when you push, when it's kind of like in the sense of when all the rats and the, you know, the mouses or whatever come from out the house, where they gonna go? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they go to other environments or whatever, it's kind of like in a sense now it's easier to go ahead and just get you out the way, because what you used to in your neighborhood and it was acceptable is not acceptable in this neighborhood, and they're gonna be quick to go ahead and call the folks on you real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But what is it that you're about to touching? Yeah.
I'm not. I mean,
Bring the mic stand.
my son.
Down.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like this. Well, in the overall retrospect, everybody was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I just came to the conclusion like the lessons that's being taught isn't the knowledge that need to be learned. So the choices are few, and the options are other options are presented.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
repeat that, man. They need to hear that, bro. They need to hear that again one more time, bro. Scratch it.
All right. The lessons that's being taught is not the knowledge that needs to be learned. So the choices are few and the options aren't presented. Other options aren't presented. You know what I mean? So they just thinking they just have these choices and they just going for what they know. But they're not even knowing that the other options are presented because the other knowledge wasn't taught. You know what I'm saying? So it's like from lack of knowledge is that, you know.
We should suffer for lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
But then with that lack of knowledge, like you just said, them not knowing.
Exactly.
By them not knowing, it's like, okay, we realize that's the problem. But with that, it's the lack of patience. Because if you had patience enough, you was willing to take the time to get to know, even though, you know what I'm saying, it put you in an uncomfortable new situation, but it's going to lead you to a better path. And most people don't want to take that path because, well, I ain't gonna say take that path, but they're not willing to have the patience for it because they looking at what's going on in front of them now. Just like what Jive was saying. And they just immediately I got to do something. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like with me, I said this on one of my lyrics. I said I'm just like a retired doctor that don't have no patience. Like I ain't gonna lie, I really struggles with that a lot. If I'm dealing with something in front of me, nothing else matters. Yeah. I'm at that, like, I got to handle that now.
One track.
Yeah. And that's why I'm happy that I have the love of my life. Ebony, I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I got the love of my life. My big brothers, you know what I'm saying? The man upstairs, my father, even though he's deceased, he's still looking down and he's with me every day. Like, these individuals, they come to me and they calm me down. And then when I start to think, I put my pride to the side and I think, and I be like, damn, okay, yeah, you're right. And I figure out another way, you know what I'm saying, to handle it. So, yeah, man, like, what you saying is most definitely, like, that's real.
Facts.
That's real.
Bro, you remember our very first real encounter of each other?
Yeah, at the well, it wasn't really at the. I met you at the warehouse, but the
first encounter was at the warehouse.
Okay.
The situation that you was going
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real one. Yeah.
You know, and it was on some violence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest with that. So this is when my son was just born. I was with the mother of my child at this time. And my son was like, what? He wasn't even a month old yet. He was nothing but some weeks. And my sister, still to this day, she go through a lot of BS with the father of her kids. And he said he did something that pissed me off. It was on some physical shit. And anybody who know me, they know I don't play about my sisters, man. So when I got that call to what was done to my sister, it was just immediately, at the time I had a weapon, And I say, bro, when I get out of here, I'm gonna kill this nigga. I just automatically said that. Like, I'm going to do it. When I leave here, I'm going to do it. And it was affecting with my work, so I'm pissed off. And people that I'm working with, they like, yo, you good, right? Like, what's going on? And when I eventually started to be open about what was going on, Malik was one of those guys who came to me and talked to me. You and your other brother, DT, they definitely was like on me. Huh?
You say shout out Dontre.
Yeah, shout out. They was definitely one of those that got on me on some, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. I'm happy I listened.
Situations come about, man, that like you say, when it's right there before you, you want to react.
Yeah.
But you're not rationalizing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You're not using your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You're off those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And with those emotions, you end up lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're so overcome by your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts from those feelings and emotions till you don't know what to do. So you just do what comes natural.
Yeah.
Explode.
Amazing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just explode. Instead of you sitting back, taking your time, like, man, if I do this, this repercussion is going to come behind this action.
Mm-hmm.
And who all is it going to affect? It's not just going to affect you.
Woo.
It's going to affect, for me, it affects,
yeah.
It affects my son, my daughter, my mother, my father, my woman. You know what I mean? All the way down the line. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody's affected by a choice that I made irrationally. And
then that choice that you made, majority of the time, is permanent. It's like it can't get wiped off.
It ain't no small little smudge on the glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You broke the glass with this one. You know what I mean? So now, what am I do?
Right.
I'm sitting in the pen 10, 20, 30, 40 years.
Right.
Why my family done that part? You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
family done moved on.
Crashed out.
I done crashed out for no reason.
Hey, and guess what?
Listen.
Guess what? Most guys who makes those crazy decisions off of thinking with emotions, or they feel like they have to do it for whatever reasons, them same guys, even with the people who encourage them to do it, nigga, when you go ahead and get in themselves,
they gone.
Them niggas is nowhere to be found, bro. They not gonna be there for you. They not gonna be there for your family. Nigga, whatever you going through in there, that's a you problem now.
Believe that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All they gonna do on social media, hey man, free my nigga BYT. Free my nigga da. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, so that goes to this next thing. When it come down, because this plays a part with the violence too. How we have to be careful about this keeping it real thing. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100, right? And it's just my personal opinion. The word snitch, the quote snitch, snitches get stitches, right? That came from the streets, really. It came from the streets, right? It bothers me how civilians want to live off that quote, thinking they gonna get something in return, when you're not even a street individual. This is for street guy.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. You feel me?
Yeah.
And these civilians, they'll go ahead and they willing to spend 10, 15 years behind the cell, or they willing to just do whatever, involving with the quote, do not snitch. They willing to sacrifice that for that, thinking that, hey, you know what I'm saying, boy, when I get out,
I got street cred now.
you know what I'm saying? These niggas don't know you.
You still a son.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel about that?
Bro, if you're a civilian, you out here talking about, I'm gonna go ahead and do this snitch over here, bro, you still lame.
Yeah.
You stepped outside your box. Get back in your box and be safe. Go home, go to church or something.
Well, they say they stay on the sidewalk, don't go in the street.
Yeah. For sure. And you know, I want to say this too, right? Within the violence, one of the biggest things that I feel like the violence comes from is the ego.
It definitely the ego.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's the male egos. Because it's 90% of men doing the crimes out here that's called violence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got too many females out here with the violence like that. You know, you got some, but not like the men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We so stuck on our egos.
Well, I ain't go cap now. Not to, you know, I agree, but when it come down to the females, I'll be honest with you, because
They getting back to
yeah, I've been in these situations. A lot of these females, they might not. You got some who plays a part in the killing, like who actually does the killing, but then you got a lot of them who plays a part of the setup.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? For
true.
a bag, you know what I'm saying, or for an outfield, get their hair done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, just to get you out the picture. You know,
Right. I dig. I say that too. But what I'm saying is this, right? Our egos play so much of a part in the violence, because this man stepped on your shoe and you feel some type of way. You know what I mean? And the man said, "Oh, my bad, Playboy. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to step on your shoe like that." Oh, my, you got that's a shoe, my nigga.
right?
You out here in the world wearing these shoes, they gonna get dirty. It's dirt out here.
Scratch it.
You know what I mean? It's dirt out here. So this man stepped on your shoe and he apologized, but you still want to spank him?
Come on.
How that work? You know what I'm saying?
I keep trying to tell you.
Go, tell him.
We catch your body. I keep listen, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's sad, and bro. Y'all think I'm playing, cause listen, what I'm telling y'all, it's like that is the new fad, cuz.
Yeah.
Y'all not understanding, bro. Like it is the new fad, and that is sad, cause you going out bad, my bro.
Real bad.
Yeah.
Young, you are in. These are in between of ages to 15 to 25. No, I ain't gonna say no higher than 25. I'm really going too high when I say 25.
Yeah.
But they are crashing out
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
bro. Like bad, and they got little ones out here, cuz.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Like it's come to the point where, listen, y'all, listen, bro. I'm talking to all the jets out there. Listen, stop letting your emotions affect your intelligence.
Woo, boy.
Listen, we built different than that down here, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we acting like, it's starting to sound like we acting like them boys up top. Y'all know I'm going at, know what I'm saying? Because it's real tender looking out here when it comes to just a lot of just emotions. Like, bro, we too solid down here, bro. We got tough skin down here. When did it come to whereas as soon as you say something that I think disrespectful, I'm up top? Whoa, cuz, wait.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Cuz? Like, what's going on?
What happened to these?
Right.
That part, bro.
You feel
like,
me?
I mean,
And not
it's-
only, bro, listen. Oh my God. When you said that, right? Listen, it made me think about it made me think about how people, when they the folks who don't really love themselves, right? And they just immediately fall in love with someone else, even though they don't love themselves, right? And if this person doesn't love them the way they love them, that person decides to move on with their life. And these dudes, even the females too, but I seen a lot of dudes that will go and wipe that person out, and whoever that person is messing with now that's new, and they'll go ahead and wipe themselves out.
Yeah, that's.
And when I see that, bro, I be like, it really saddens me when I see that, because I be like, bro, like, man, it's lost for word. I don't even know what to say to it. But
Hey, John, I'm gonna ask you, what was the saying that we used to use back in the day for cats that do stuff like that?
you got to get right, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on.
Mic check, 1 2. Ask the question again.
All right, back in the day, when you got a cat that's all in love with a female, be ready to kill something over the female and all this stuff, what was the term we used for them back in the day?
Goodness, I gotta peel back. There's a bunch of them.
You put them on the spot.
Tender dick.
Yeah.
We ain't call it that up top like that.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
So that's a nigga that carrying his emotions in his hands, pretty much. You know what I mean? Ready for everybody to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of these cats, they talk this tough talk, but really they tender dick about a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because what it is, their emotions is right there before them. You know what I mean? And they don't know how to control them. it's oozing out their hands and they trying to clean it up. So now they got to play tough because all this is falling on the floor. Now I'm tough, man. Oh, I'm gonna kill this one. I'm gonna murk this one. That boy he got me hot, cousin. He got me hot.
Hey, and it's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? I just seen this on social media where this dude, and I don't know if it's real or not, but this dude had his wife, I should say. His wife went to go to the store to get some stuff for him. And she left her phone at the crib. And he went through her phone because her phone was blowing up. And he eventually tried to see who it was. God bless you. And that what happened was the dude answered the phone. It was a guy. And it was a guy that she was messing with on the side. Whatever, right? Now, this what made me shake my head. That guy don't owe you no loyalty. It's the female that owe you that loyalty. You not mad at her for cheating on you. You mad at him for messing with her, knowing that she was a married woman. And I'm like, how does that one? In the words of my bae, at this time, 1 + 1 is equaling 30 at this point. This don't make any sense to me.
I got a little pushback.
Okay.
Because, like, let's just say it like this. If your son lets other boys in your house and they rampage your house and steal from you, yeah, you mad at your son. Right? They let him in here. But they made a conscious choice to do what they did to you. They knew whose house they were in. They knew nothing in here belonged to them. I got a problem with everybody. Everybody's got to feel this. You know what I'm saying?
True.
The problem is you playing in and out the game at the same time. Like, oh, I don't hate the player, hate the game. People out here ain't got no time for games. People out here ain't playing. Just like in Friday, like you running around here all day playing. Ain't nobody here playing. So when I come see you, it's not a joke, it's not a game, and it's not playtime.
It's up.
You played it with me because you thought it was a game and you played with it. Well, these are the rules of the game. You could not play, but it's, you know what I'm saying? My father said that to me when I found my wife cheating. Son, don't hate the player. I don't got no time for games, Pop.
Oh.
I'm a soldier. I'm the real one. The one that goes overseas.
Let me ask you
I
this.
go do that. I don't got time to be having to, you know what I'm saying, somebody in my house.
Yeah.
Because if I come home and you in my house,
that's a different topic.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't no, oh, I'm just going to take this up with her and you go about your business. No, you knew who was in here.
Yeah.
You saw them shoes in the closet,
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
But what happens when
Violation.
What happens when the guy does not know?
If he doesn't know, then that's square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's an honest broker. Look, I thought she was single.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But if you know,
Different story.
you know what
The
I'm saying?
only reason why the only reason why I have my issue with that just a little bit, is because I look at it from the standpoint of, okay, if I go ahead, if I, like, for an example, that's just like my baby mama, you feel me? She did what she did on me. She cheated secretly, didn't know, and she left me. She waited for me to do something that she didn't like and gave that a reason to leave me. And then ended up, you know what I'm saying, now I'm openly with this guy and got pregnant and et cetera, et cetera. So, boom. I had to think about this when this happened. Okay, I'm mad at the guy. I was extremely upset with him and her. But I could not make myself want to do anything to him because it just made me felt like, bro, if I go ahead and want to run up on him for feeling like he took my family or took the love of my life at that time, we could go ahead and crash out where I could kill him and I could get locked up, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my life.
And you still lost.
And this woman is still doing whatever the hell she want to do.
Listen.
And that's why
That's wisdom. So that's wisdom. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
See,
You- You thought through your emotions.
Yeah.
That would see that how yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's really what goes on. Like
Yeah.
I think when people go through that first heartbreak in general,
Yeah.
like I guess with us and our generation, what was going on with us, we we went through it, but we thought through it. Like we wanted to crash out, but we were like, hold on,
Yeah.
wait, That ain't. Hold on. Let me fall back. Let me go back.
Yeah,
to
after that first one,
Yeah.
my phrase is you get to be upset, but you don't get to be surprised.
Yeah,
That's real. That's real.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
real.
Like, bro, this happened
Exactly.
before. We've
I'm
been
saying,
here.
all right,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I respect
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dang.
yeah, like, what I'm saying, it's like,
That's it.
that would gotta go on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it should have, but they don't want to go through that.
Mm.
You know what I'm
At all.
saying? They don't want to go through that hurt, you know what I'm saying? That what they have to deal with themselves in order to elevate.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that maybe it's really a part of really what's going on in the household and how they growing up and how what they're seeing. It may not even be what they're watching on TV. Cause 9 times out of 10, if they're in the street, they ain't even looking at TV.
What Boosie said?
You know what I'm saying?
Thugging outside
I
on
don't need no
DK.
cable.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if they not learning how to deal and cope with something that I'm saying that they need to deal with inside the home, where they going at? They going out there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like I came from a 2-parent house, but at the same time, there was a lot of things I was dealing with that they didn't know how to handle. So that's why I went at. I would have dealt with it myself. You dig? The best way I knew how. I was out there. You feel me? Like I ain't had no mind because that's how I felt. I ain't know how to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was out my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing anything dealing with my emotions as I was moving. Not sitting down and thinking. I was just dealing with it as I was
Dealing with,
going.
as you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So,
you was willing to take the risk.
Yeah. You feel me? So I was just,
I just
So
said,
until I had to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and think
whoa,
like-
what am I doing?
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going out. Hold on,
Bang,
I'm
yeah.
tripping. I got
Tie your shoestring,
yeah,
bro.
let me- yeah, you feel me? But like I say though, I had to sit down and deal with those emotions.
Yeah.
I think it's coming to the point now, like they didn't got past it sitting down. They gonna deal with the emotions right then and there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
That's real.
Ooh,
Well, that's what
yeah.
happens when you have
That's-
male power that has only been informed by female emotionalism.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
So
did.
if you
Scratch
grow
it.
up, I came out of a single parent household. You know what I'm saying? And I do see a lot of, and my mother's a soldier for real, Like again,
Major.
but
Shout out my home
but
dude.
she,
Yeah.
she didn't, when she was angry, it was up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And there was no delay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's a woman's place.
Mm.
But when you don't have
Yeah.
a male,
Influence.
influence to say, look, she's able to be that angry because she doesn't have enough power
Mm.
to do something about that anger. This is it for her. The yelling and screaming,
Yeah.
the cussing and fussing.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
That's
about
in
as
the
heavy
line.
as it's gonna be.
That's
Yeah.
the end of the line for it.
When you're gonna amp up to a level that's gonna be above her, because you're gonna get to that yelling and cussing and fussing, and then you're gonna
Man,
get to
hey,
do something
I
about it.
got to say this so fast. I got to say this. Listen,
yeah.
God bless his soul. My daddy was so well known for this. So my mom, right? Or my mom was like, she was one what you was saying about your mama.
Yeah.
That's my mama. Still to this day. You feel me?
Yeah.
And my dad was the complete opposite. My dad was like, he barely whooped us. He barely whooped me and my sister, but when he did, he did. But it was a way that he did it. He'll come to you and he'll talk to you.
Teach you something first.
We about to have a discussion to why I'm about to give you this ass whooping. And then after he give you that discussion, he gonna go right into it. And then when he get right into it, I promise to God,
It's gonna break your damn heart.
probably like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from now, my daddy gonna come back and he gonna love you as if nothing ever happened. And when he used to do that, it used to confuse me because I was like, nigga, you was just mad at me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't understanding the right then and there.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Like,
saying? And I feel like with that being said, it made me feel like sometimes due to having a single parent home or just having both parents, when we chastise our kids due to whatever they have done that pissed you off, and you cuss at them or you whoop them or whatever, and if you just do that to them without teaching them anything, it's like that's how they gonna react to when they can't, you know what I'm saying, when they can't get their way or when something pissed them off. They ain't gonna know how to talk to this person or whatever. They could just immediately, well, my mama whooped my ass whenever I did something, I'm gonna whoop your ass whenever you did something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes that plays a part because it's kind of like, for an example, one of my partners, right? I ain't gonna say his name, but I love him. He locked up right now, and he locked up due to some abuse that he made some real poor decisions, and a lot of that plays off with him and his mother. Him and his mother did not get along at all. So whenever he dealt with any female that reminded him of his mother, he react in such of a violent way, but not too much because of it's the girl that's saying what she's saying. It's really because it's like a flashback of what the mom did to him. So now you say
he reliving it.
He's reliving it, yeah. So now he's putting it's the child that's speaking, that's reacting versus the adult. And I be feeling like a lot of, with that being said, I feel like some of that plays off in the community as well.
You got some comments in the comment section.
Okay. I ain't even know what's being said.
Yeah. So you have Shadira Fowler saying there's no emotional intelligence being taught.
That part. I like that. Though.
What ain't taught in the home, you go out and learn.
Facts.
Vanessa Taylor said maturity and wisdom will take you a long ways.
Yes.
Emotions are real, but hardly necessary.
That is true.
Shout out to all of them. They just said some real stuff. Lord.
Okay.
That was real. That was real. That was real.
I like that.
I gave you a little bit of chill there.
Yeah.
I like
That was real. That was
But
real.
see, like I said, it comes with maturity, but
Get to that
they
point.
gotta hit that part. They have to. They ain't even getting to that point.
They eventually die before it gets
That's
to
what
it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
They dying or either
Yeah,
locked away
yeah.
for the rest
Locked
of
away,
the life.
yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like either something. Matter of fact, maybe it needs to be implemented. Start being implemented in school when it comes to just being more conscious.
Cause that's a whole nother subject right now. Because listen, think
Tell
about
him,
it.
Malik, I'm listening.
Think about it. Okay, when we was in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or when I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 70s baby. So when I was in school, they still had prayer. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Okay.
Mm.
You still had, when you go to lunch, you say grace and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Type stuff.
Yeah.
Prayer has been removed from school.
Mm.
Oh, fast you can't even say your grace.
Man, let me tell you something. And due to that,
I know they still saying they.
let me tell you something. Due to that,
Yeah,
but I'm telling you,
you know, we need to do it collectively.
yeah, I'm about to say, collectively,
now-
it's not like that no
No,
more.
you better do it. You better do it over in the
Listen,
corner by yourself.
And you just really said some real shit because it's like at this point, people have lost the fear of God due to the guidance of, you know what I'm saying?
A man.
Yeah. So when you lost the fear of God, you just willing to crash out on anything.
Yeah.
Because you don't fear nothing at this point.
And you know, it's like a lot of these young cats don't respect life itself.
They don't,
You
man.
know what I mean? And the essence of life. You know what I mean? Damn living life. They don't give a damn about life.
Respect your blessings.
Shadira Fowler says, them teachers already struggling. You can only do but so much in a school outside of what's needed
That is
from the home.
That is true. My mother was a teacher for
I
32
understand.
years.
That's my homegirl teacher. So I
respect
and
all
my
the
cousin a teacher, and I understand exactly what she's saying. Like
Yeah.
exactly. But it's just
I feel like with that, that right there is real. I don't know any teachers, but y'all just know any teachers, and y'all was just saying how what they go through. But I feel like not for all, but for some teachers, I feel like a lot of these people would just be hiring people just to put them in the seat. And
I mean, in these days, it's a broken system. It's a broken system.
It
Yeah,
is.
You
all
know
around
what I'm
the
saying?
board.
So that's
It is.
I dated a school teacher for a while, and you know, I used to think the same thing. Like y'all teachers need to, and it's like that's not fair.
No.
It's not.
It's not
It's
fair
not.
to put
We're
that
put-
weight
right.
on them.
You're
Right.
right.
We're putting our
They're
responsibility
supposed
on
to be
them.
You're right.
supplemental
You're right.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be reinforcing
I was
your
just-
values,
really, I
not
was-
you reinforcing
exactly.
They're
theirs.
right.
You feel
Just
me?
thinking that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's not even their job in general, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
They're there
matter
to
of
educate.
fact, my apologies for even throwing that off on a school system like that because it really starts in the household in general. That's supposed to be where it needs to be taught at.
so what is the how I ask this? So besides cause this is how I kind of look at it when
Tyler
it come
Harris
down.
said, "Stress it."
I be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to the school, the things that's being taught, and this is my personal opinion, you can't apply that to real life, right? I feel like a lot of these you know what they present in this school, man, I'm not learning that in real life, in real times right now. So I be feeling like they, in my opinion, they do need to, when they get down to like middle school or high school, they do need to teach these young kids,
life skills.
you know what I'm saying, life skills, because
it is a course though.
Yeah.
It's a course.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to like let's see, for one, I felt like high school was taking too long, so I dropped out and I went to military school. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know
And-
that. Okay.
Yeah, like man. So I went up there and did my thing up there. And the one course that they did teach, and I didn't. I know it was life skills.
Yeah.
In general, knowing how to do simple banking, credit, all that, whoop, 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 and just knowing how to deal with day-to-day life in general. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to individuals and
Real
just
life
knowing
situations.
how to talk and just how to handle situations and go about your business and just be able to handle business.
Yeah.
That needs to be a course in school.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
especially now in today's society. Man, education right now is limited. It's not even about what you know, it's about who you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
guess what though? If man,
Stress it.
let's get to know self so you can get to know, now I'm saying, like, you know, to be better at what you're doing. Know what I'm saying? So
Right.
life skills has to be taught in school. It's not,
Right.
I mean, you know, the basic, you know what I'm saying, reading, writing, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, arithmetic, you know what I'm saying, you know, but
Yeah.
if it ain't really feeding into that child's talent, I think it just needs to be particular subjects just need to be fed off. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just, because everyone is different.
Yeah.
Everyone cannot be taught the same.
Yeah.
Everybody cannot say, you know, they can't learn the same at the same altitude as others. So
Mhm.
you have to, whatever their talent is, okay, feed into that, develop that life skill so they can be better with self. You know what I'm saying? And better know how to deal with self because, you know, some kids may feel like, hey, this ain't me. Like they moving too fast or they making me feel some type of way because they don't know how to deal with that emotion. In
Yeah.
general, you know
And
what
I
I'm
know
saying?
you had spoke. Me and you was in the car. I'm gonna allow you to elaborate to it more because I really feel like they need to know what we had talked about. But I remember what you were saying to what you wanted to do as far as with the community, as far as like teaching the young men how to when it come down to like job interviews, filling out applications, knowing how to talk to people. When you shake a man's hand, you look him in their eyes and you give a tight grip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like just knowing how to conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Etiquette. I mean, this is pure etiquette. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Elaborate to that.
I feel like a lot of stuff comes from not having education of this, that, the other. You know what I mean? If you got a man that doesn't know how to fill out an application, he's gonna revert back to whatever he knows best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Go back to what's familiar.
What's for me? You know what I
What's
mean?
familiar, yeah.
His comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you take that man out of that comfort zone and educate him on how to do other things than what he's used to, now you building a
Exactly.
bridge. You know what I mean? And I feel like lack of education plays a part in the violence too.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
If I don't have education to go get a job, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rob, sell dope. You know what I mean?
True.
Which all leads back to violence.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So if you educate men on how to develop themselves into a better human being, you know what I mean? Period. You're gaining. You know what I'm saying? That helps cease the violence. You know what I mean? You take away from, okay, I got an education now. I can go out here and talk to this man about a job. I can do an interview.
One teach two.
Yeah.
You feel me? Three teach four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can go back and I can apply this for my life,
Yeah.
what I've already did myself, and give it to this man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it to him, he gives it to the next man. And not only that, when he has kids, he could teach his kids how to do the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Indeed.
The one thing that sabotages that is how we view ourselves once we become that educated person.
Yeah.
That is
First
true.
thing we say is, get out the hood. You get your education, you get out of here. And that's not how you build a community.
No.
Real.
That's not how the Jewish people build their
No.
communities. That's not how the Hispanic
No.
cats build their communities. They send them out into the world, get that education,
Education,
but
come
you
back.
come back here.
Right.
For the
Each
people
So-
that paid into that,
Yeah.
you owe your people. You know what I'm saying? So
You got to be careful with that though, because you kind of think about it like, for example, what you just talked about. There's only one person that I know that was doing that, and he ain't here no more, and that's Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle really was trying to change his hood. He really tried to create opportunities.
the problem with that is, so when you try to do something in an individualist mindset, you'll try to be a hero. What you need is a collective. When y'all talked about the Black Panthers, that wasn't, while Huey P. Newton was definitely, there was also H. Rap Brown.
Right.
There was also, you know what I'm saying, so many others that were a part of this. there was a structure in place that was bigger than them, so that you answered to. There was a code. There was an understanding. That's why there was chapters, because there was an understanding that you could supplant, take out a, you know what I'm saying, LA or wherever, and you could get a Chicago chapter based on that same understanding. But if you doing it by yourself, you're a lone wolf. That looks like a hero, but again, it's you and a community.
And if you take that one out,
you know what I'm saying?
You have nothing left.
When you saw the Black Panthers, what you saw was unity. That power was imposing. It was. That's why they had to do something about that, because this will catch. Yeah. When black men get together and say, "Oh, we're gonna do something to affect communities," when they did voting, they didn't just you didn't just vote. They went and bought groceries and brought it to people's houses. Yeah. You see hundreds of black men running through the community with grocery bags.
Not guns.
Not guns. Grocery bags. Yeah. That was the fear. The world is going to see these black men the way we didn't promote them. Right. That's why they're not afraid of you. They're not afraid of me. We out here doing exactly what they said we was going to do. Yeah. So it's like, oh, see what I told you? This is why we do that to them. Look at the prison industrial complex is this way because, look.
We have,
you know what I'm saying?
Made it that way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we conceded to the stereotype for whatever reason, lack of education, whatever. But when you tell some young kid, man, you go play basketball, you get out of here, you don't never turn back. Nah. Because that's where gentrification happens. Yeah. Because all your talent just left.
That's and it kind of create envy a little bit too when they see someone
the hood and don't back.
And it's not even just off of off even that. It's kind of like, for an example, like I've seen people who've made it out of situations. But before they made it out their situation, they was friends. They befriended people in their situations and created this great bond. When that person took off and left you behind, you know what I'm saying? It's just like damn, you know what I'm saying?
Create strife.
Yeah.
Shadira Fowler and Vanessa Taylor in the comments. They messing with y'all today. Okay. Yo, gotta show some love to that. Also, I got a little thing that says StressLyfe needs to promote his project. That's a message I got. That's all. I got the message. I'm passing the message.
I'm a promote. Listen, I'm gonna just say this because I do have a project that's coming out. Rise Up Ray. It's coming out soon. We got some little situations going on, but it's gonna get fixed real quick. It's coming out very soon. Rise Up Ray. We got 3 different artists that's on the project. You got Bria Lee, you got Jigga J the Gang Spitter, you got my boy Kales, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know what happened.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. And it's one more, Big Woe. And and then we got some engineers on there. We got JP, and we got a dude named Ash. We got Eddie Cypher, and shout out to them. And my boy Trap made it. And yeah, man, Rise Up Ray is a real deep project. You know what I'm saying? Rise Up Ray, if you look up the meaning of Ray, Ray mean king. You know what I'm saying? So I'm basically telling myself to rise up, king. So in these songs that will be released pretty soon, I'm giving you these problems that I've been involved in, and I had to tell myself that I had to rise up from it.
Rise Up Ray said Ebony Locke. Ali Shakur said Nipsey Hussle bought the same store they used to trap at. Nipsey Hussle got the homies from the hood and taught them how to be businessmen. Shadira Fowler. The reason why those other nations hate when their children marry outside of the nation, those resources are leaving the community you're trying to maintain.
Correct.
So,
and who said it?
That was Shadira Fowler.
Shadira, shout out. Yeah,
that's facts.
Yeah, that's real.
So when you tell your resources, get out of here and take your ability to create resources with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because we got to live somewhere. And most people live amongst themselves anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So telling somebody to get out of here, if you got enough talent to leave. It's like, no, yeah. You know, you see even other countries, they'll send their people over here to get educated, become doctors, whatever.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
And
coming
they
back.
shoot right back.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of the mission. Because we need, you know, we need those doctors. We need those people who can, you know what I'm saying, those agriculturalists. We need that.
And you know that's another thing too, right? With the education thing with different countries, like all those brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say all of his brothers, and our father was a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like we're supposed to go to school to be a doctor just like dad.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Why don't I go to school for to be a lawyer? You go to school to be a pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
You go to school to be whatever else. You know what I mean? You might need to be a chef. You know what I mean?
True.
Now we have created a community amongst ourselves
Yeah.
that can feed each other.
Each one.
It's like a tree
We ain't
with
gotta go outside
different
Different branches.
Yeah, different branches.
Come
yeah.
on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you truly build a real community. You know
That's
what I'm
real.
saying? And if we could all take and go back to our neighborhoods with these different talents and these different educations, right? Now we can actually build our community. We could create that Black Wall Street that we had before. You know what I mean? Because it was a branch of all different types of people from different walks of life
Yeah.
and brought all the economics into one place.
Also, you make your community less
Self-sufficient.
vulnerable to gentrification
Yeah,
because you have power.
right.
Because once you have the ability to affect economics, now you have political will.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So now
Exactly.
we're the owners of these businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We're the owners of these blocks.
Yeah.
We're the owners of these HOAs.
Yeah.
You can't just undo that.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? It
real.
took bombs to do that. You know Black
Yes,
Wall
it did.
Street. You know the movement. Once you see that kind of power, it's going to take violence to take it back.
Right.
Because it's structural at this point.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's
And it's deeply seated. It's a deeply seated root. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's not gonna be something that you can just come in and destroy with the mouth.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna be something you can just take and just, oh no, we're gonna push this out the side. No, because now we have money and we have the power with this money.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As well as the education to keep this going forward. You know
and,
what I mean?
and to keep the money circulating
Circulating within
amongst ourselves. Imagine the resistance SCAD would get if these communities, if Yamacraw belonged to Black people.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying?
If his village belonged to
If that belonged to us, if that was our community, you couldn't just tell the have the state say, oh, it's eminent domain and we're
Right.
about to just
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It would be us.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that. So now, like you were just saying earlier, yeah, they pushing us out the city. Now you could be trapping and watch somebody walk by you with a poodle,
Yeah.
and you're invisible to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't even care about
They
you.
don't. Oh yeah, they got guns. They got it. Yeah, but
Major.
they're on their way out.
When I
And
say-
we know that.
when I say
As soon as they touch me,
major,
they're gonna give them life.
Right. So
Bro, he ain't
and what do we do?
gonna lie,
And what do
boy.
we do?
This man is
Stop.
not lying.
Yeah.
when they come through, we stop because they got the power of the state.
Man, I was a security guard for SCAD one time, right? And there was this incident that happened where this Caucasian kid was outside late night. It's after 12, right? And we in like the hood. Like we in the hood, bro. Like, and the kid was outside just walking, and it's after 12, and got robbed and got beat up, right? And so it happened in the territory that I was protecting,
Right.
right? So, you know, police got involved. There was a lot of stuff going on. But the thing that I was just like, do you realize where you at though? Like,
They don't.
like, well, just look you don't see the palm trees and you know what I'm saying, the big houses, and you feel me, like you see abandoned buildings, and you know what I'm saying, the I don't like to call them crackheads, but the one who's cracked out, walking pacing back and forth looking like zombies down the street, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of this stuff, and you choose to go outside to take a walk and surprise
Yeah.
Yeah.
that such and such just happened to you. Like, come on, man.
listen.
It's that should be ridiculous, man.
I stayed on silent for a little while. I stayed on silent for a while, right? So my first year on silent, I was like, I knew what was going on over here before I even moved over here. I knew it was probability of this, that, the third happening on silent due from the 90s when I was coming down here. All right. After about my second year over there, I look around, they building houses, they remodeling houses. Cause it's a $230,000 house on Siler Ave between East Broad, and Habersham. Since when did that come about?
Yeah.
Because back in the day,
Yeah.
that was crack alley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So much was going on around there, it was ridiculous. If the feds would have came through that, everybody was gone.
What?
You feel me? So I'm like, dude, they building $230,000 houses over here, and the value shooting up constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? Gentrification. They pushing all those old families that's been there for years out.
And then again, why? Because the youth, the men, are disconnected from that community.
Yeah, they're not pouring back into that community the way it should be.
So it's like, oh, we kind of become our own parasites. We fed off our own community. We weakened it. They came in and just like, all right, well, scoop out the dead weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine, the kind of generational wealth that we hand down homes and we hand down HOAs to our kids.
Listen,
you can't come in here and just do that.
Listen.
But our boys are in jail. Yeah, you can do that.
Or in the grave.
You know what I'm saying? Or the grave. And what your mama gonna do? She just gonna move to wherever they said they gonna give her a little voucher, and they gonna.
They ain't got the strength to fight no more.
Yeah,
they tired.
They tired. They've been supporting you in and out of jail, in and out of this, that, or the third. All their resources to repel that was on you.
Has been exhausted.
Exhausted. I don't have no son. I can't. They said we got to go. But you remember when you needed that bail money? Remember I had that bond? Remember I had to put up this and put up that?
Remember I had to do that lawyer fee?
Yeah, that lawyer
$10,000.
That lawyer job ain't cheap, boy. Ain't cheap.
Listen,
and now they come into your community and all those resources that she could have put away in order to repel that, to give you a home to come home to, she had to spend on keeping you out of there.
Yeah.
So y'all said it earlier. It's on us as men.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Like, hey,
we got to start.
Let's tighten up.
You know what I mean?
Let's tighten up, man. Because if they don't, listen, we gotta. If we not practicing what we preach, and if we not showing, you know what I'm saying, if we not reaping the benefits of what we, know what I'm saying, working for, then they gonna be looking at us strange.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Also, I'm being real because it's like if it ain't working for you, what you think I'm about to keep doing?
Right.
Understand what I'm saying though? Like so. Let's hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like
we need to get.
for real.
There was something that you said earlier about how I think you was saying it towards women, but I think it's like that worldwide. When you were saying how everybody just want to do this by myself, being independent, And I feel like we got to get that mentality out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like It takes a village, bro. In my opinion.
And we didn't try that.
I was just going to come up with that too.
And we've been trying that for so long. Independence, we've been trying that for so long, right? Like I'm trying to.
And don't get it wrong. Sometimes
it works.
Sometimes it works, but like I'm gonna keep it 100, right? Because it's certain folks that say, oh, I want to do it by myself because I could do it by myself, and you know what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to pimp me. I don't trust nobody, so I'm gonna do it on me, right?
It's impossible,
man.
But that's what y'all said earlier. That's the ego.
The ego, yeah.
The ego says, I can. How do you create generational wealth without generational input?
Thank you,
man.
How do you create generational?
Come on, man.
You know
make it make sense.
Y'all be talking to the ancestors about everything but how to create, you know what I'm saying, a community.
Yeah.
Y'all talk to the ancestors about everything except how to stick together.
Nah, for real, man.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
We got to stop that, man. How many minutes we got left, man?
We could do that though.
You got 2?
Yeah.
All right, bet. So listen, man. First, I want to say thank you, Jive, for what I'm saying. Thank you for always opening your doors, man. I appreciate you. I want to thank.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I want to thank my brother Malik. Y'all boys want a haircut? Holla at Malik. You feel me? What's your Instagram, man?
Malik the Barber 912.
Yes, Lord.
24/7 now, y'all.
Yes, Lord. I want to give a special shout out to my TTG. You know what I'm saying? 100 Fit Kales, man.
100% TG Fit the business, man.
Y'all want to go in and
man.
You know what I'm
come
saying?
holler at your boy, man. Y'all trying to get right, man. I really do this, man.
He really do it.
Listen, I ain't with all that talking, man.
Come on, man.
Y'all know, hit me up, man.
Hey, listen. I hope and pray that y'all took everything into what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this show is about speaking truth. And sometimes this truth could be uncomfortable, but it's made to set you free. You know what I'm saying? All we out here is doing is not about what's right or what's wrong. We just speaking realness. And we trying to figure out how can we pick up the dirt that been dropped on us? How can we do it together, collectively? You know what I'm saying? And multiply from that. So let's do it, y'all. Keep these kids off the streets. Stop killing these kids. Stop killing one another. Love yourself and learn how to get along with each other. You feel me? Stress it.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Major.